by the results of her own actions. The ghetto superstars were handcuffed to an EMT gurney and eventually driven away. Olympus hardly missed a beat. Iron Mike wolfed down a slice of pizza and guzzled the bottle of crystal spring water and headed back to the nightclub's entrance. His security co-workers had just removed 2 girls for fist-fighting, their plan to bring one of his co-workers home from menage a trois turning into a bitter catfight instead. The same craziness every night, but that's what kept him coming back night after night, year after year. Because it was a job, and it had to be done. His father never missed the opportunity to remind him. One of his bouncer friends, one of those guys who worked in a college bar one summer vacation, well, he had said it was a thankless job, so therefore it was. But Iron Mike had seen the look in the eyes of the many people who would not have survived their night out in the big city if it were not for his being there at the right time in the right place. Iron Mike knew they were thankful. He knew their families were thankful. Hell, he was thankful. He was thankful to have a place where he could be so useful and where his role was of utmost importance. All club nights have a peak and then a lull. And like a receding tide, the energies that flood the gates at 11:30 p.m. have been drawn away by 3:30 a.m. Iron Mike was enjoying a free beef kebab given to him by the pushcart operator before shutting down his mobile proprietorship. The marinated meat, roasted to perfection and wrapped in a toasted pita bread, seemed to melt in the high-energy doorman's mouth when he spotted the black and cold kitten that had somehow wandered onto 12th Avenue. He saw the lights turn green from 42nd Street to 59th Street, where the homeward-bound rush of partiers would soon race. He saw the triad of yellow cabs creating a certain wall of death, heading directly for the creature, still unaware of its impending fate. And Iron Mike moved like lightning. The casual observer might suggest that the man in the tuxedo was about 6'3" and weighed about 275 pounds. But he actually weighed much more than that. Yet his muscular bulk hurled into traffic with a frightening speed that took even the small calico cat unawares as he scooped the small feline out of traffic's path and into his arms, like a football recovered after a fumble. The cat safely in his arms, Iron Mike's momentum carried him over the lane divider and into the traffic heading in the opposite direction of that which threatened the cat. This trajectory took him directly into the path of the drunk driver in the van who had careened through the red light, striking Iron Mike as he cannonballed into a protective cocoon around the small cat he had sought to rescue. He impacted directly into the hood of the van, its occupant ejected from the vehicle face first into the pavement. Iron Mike tucked and rolled down the avenue as the now driverless van smashed into the concrete road barriers, ricocheting from side to side until its momentum ceased. His tuxedo sullied and torn, Iron Mike had not only survived the inhuman impact generated by the speeding van and that of the resulting tumbling roll down the concrete street. As he stood, he pulled the frightened kitten from under his suit jacket, holding him by the scruff. The cat, like the super-durable doorman, was no worse for the wear. The nightly chaos wave was not yet through, and for its final act, the sparking wires in the now overturned van ignited the dripping fuel. The van, now bursting into a ball of flame outside the West Side horse stable, just as the final livery carriage and hansom were about to end their moonlighted shift. The horse reared and snapped the binding that yoked it to the wooden carriage, and it bolted. "Hold on," Iron Mike said to the kitten. "We're not done." And he and the kitten, who held on tightly, raced towards the frightened horse, who was charging into yet more oncoming traffic. While some learned horse wrangling in Iron Mike's native Bronx, he wasn't one of them. Horses were for John Wayne movies, like Hondo. But Iron Mike recalled there was that one movie with Lou Ferrigno. That movie almost everyone had forgotten. But there was no way you could work in a place called Olympus and forget that Big Lou had once played Hercules. And Iron Mike instantly formulated his plan. As the confounded equine galloped towards Iron Mike and the ever-closing in headlights behind him, the black-tied, tuxedo-wearing doorman allowed the horse to seemingly trample him before scooping the huge beast up in his arms and upon his shoulders, lifting it from the pavement and halting its death charge into oncoming traffic. Iron Mike held the creature as would a strong man might hoist a bale of hay, his feat of strength reminding the viewers of the local morning news shows of the mighty men of ancient times. The old woman lowered the volume of her TV set and used a pair of scissors to clip the page 6 photo of Iron Mike holding the horse above his shoulders in the heart of the metropolis. The old woman added the newspaper clipping to a manila file and replaced it in the file cabinet marked Project 41. She pushed the file drawer closed and smiled. Project 41 had the best success rate of all of her many years of efforts. She had finally produced certifiable enhantiles at a 40% ratio per test subject class. The Demetrius twins, the Thomas girl, and Iron Mike, just to name a few. With certifiable enhancements at this rate, the octogenarian Ms. Vitiginio was certain Project 41 would make the difference this Earth would need to survive its upcoming tribulations. The Project 41 enhantiles and their progeny would act as a defense system her world was too late in developing and deploying for themselves. But this world, thought Mrs. Vitiginio, it now had a chance so many others did not. Iron Mike sat on the waterfront patio of his Bronx condo. The black and gold cat sat on the chair next to him, looking at the morning sun, picking at the bacon, sausage, fried turkey, and eggs that were set aside for him. Iron Mike spoke to his new guest. "How's the food?" The cat ate a piece of sausage and licked his whiskers, looking at Iron Mike's eyes as he spoke. "That was some night, huh? You caused a bit of chaos, you know. But we're not going to have any of that here, so be advised." The cat looked at a cawing seagull before looking back at Iron Mike. "But that was some save, huh? You did all right. Now eat your food." The cat grabbed a piece of scrambled egg and consumed it. The cat looked at Iron Mike. Iron Mike looked back at the cat. "That was some save," he repeated. "I'm going to call you Franco." And now Iron Mike's cat had a new name. You've been listening to Jim Dynamo's Bad Machine. Be part of the radio revolution by following our Twitter page @Bad Machine Radio and by visiting Jim Dynamo's Bad Machine on Facebook. Bad Machine is a one-man media production, the exclusive owner of all original content. Otherwise, no rights are reserved. 2016.